The majority of the time, when I go to start a song, I have unlimited options to pull from. I could use the bass, my acoustic guitar, or my electric guitar. How about my saxophone? I didn't feel like taking it out of the case. Or this sound. Or this sound. Or this sound. Or this sound. I really like that sound. There are so many options when it comes to sound selection. So I wanted to challenge myself. Can I make a finished beat using one single instrument? What elements do we need to make a full finished beat? I'd say rhythm, melody, and texture. What instrument would allow us to make drum sounds, a lead sound, chords, or just ambient texture? A synth. I've been producing using Ableton for almost 5 years now. So, the synth that I chose to wield for this challenge is Ableton's Operator. That will give me the ability to make a kick, a snare, a hi-hat, chords, ambient texture, a lead sound, all in one place. So join me on this fantastical journey as I try to make a finished beat using only one synth. There's going to be some ups and downs, probably a little bit of self-doubt along the way, but in the end, we will have a finished beat.
Okay, so anyways,
How do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this? I think I'm gonna start with the kick, and then we'll get some drums going. Oh yeah, and then we can transpose it down, and that's what we want to do. Yeah. Okay, there's a much more kicky sound already. I like what we got going on there. Okay, next we're gonna make a snare. Beautiful. It's been a whole 24 hours, and I am back. I think the plan now is to make a hi-hat-ish sound. That's not a hi-hat. I can tell you that. I can tell you one thing. That is not a hi-hat. That's not a hi-hat. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's sounding like a hi-hat. Ooh. That sounds nice. Alright, I say we go ahead and record. Okay, and that gives us a couple different things to work with. Something like that, dude. Okay, now that we've got our drum sounds, I want to start adding in some melodic elements. What are we gonna use to make our melodic elements? That's a great question. How about operator? That could be something. We could use operator, right? Maybe operator would be good. Okay, I think that's a good starting point, and we can always switch it up later. Maybe mess with this synth a little bit more here. Instead of getting too caught up on whether or not this sounds perfect, I'm going to move things forward because the beat can evolve. Maybe it'll sound better too if I reverse it or change it a little bit. All right, let's extend this out a little bit so we don't get caught in a loop. Something we could add next to fill it out would be a bass. Alright, I'm gonna take a little break because I have not eaten anything today and I need to eat something, even though it's easy to just get locked in on this and forget to do anything else. Alright, I freshened myself up, new tank top, new pair of shorts. Now I'm back in the saddle and I'm gonna give this a listen and see what it sounds like now that my ears have had a little bit of a break. Okay, that's such a good feeling, you know? Yeah, it's just got a nice bouncy, kind of groovy vibe, dude. I can't wait to add more. What do we want to add next? Probably some more texture, maybe adding in different chords. Let's add some spectral blur on there. That really just makes it super background texture-y, which kind of sounds good. Because I feel like before it was taking up too much space. Yeah, it's just super textural now. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Hey! This guy's about to cut my hair. This guy's about to chop my hair off.
Barber.
And I'm gonna come back and be a fresh new man.
Dude, see, look,
Professional barber right here.
bro, look at my hair.
That's a fresh cut.
Dude.
Groovy! Alright, I am back and I've got a fresh new cut. That fresh haircut. Yeah, I think Liam did a pretty decent job. But I am going to go to the barber today and have him trim down the back and the sides. So I'm going to go through 3 different haircuts in this video. So here's what we're going to do now. I am going to create another synth sound and mess around with it. Maybe see if we can find a little melody or a little, you know, kind of lead thing. Okay, that's pretty solid. And then if we want to click in some other notes to switch it up a little bit, we can do that. So let's figure something out here. Hell yeah. I think next I'm going to get to arranging this a little bit. We've definitely got a thing here. Just kind of got to figure out where exactly I want to go with this and how I can sort of switch it up to develop new sections so that it doesn't feel as repetitive. I think I want to make this beat a little bit longer. Like I was going to have it be like 2 minutes long, but I think after this section here, I'm going to drop the hook back in, I think. Cut the drums out there maybe. I have a crazy idea, and why not? Let's get crazy with it. I'm going to group all the stuff together pretty much, and then resample that into one chunk of audio, and then just chop that chunk up and create like a whole new thing. And then slice it and just try to play something new. bring the drums back in. Yeah, okay, we're getting somewhere. This is coming along. I do like the sort of break at the end, like dropping into this new section here. We can definitely do more there to make it just sound better. That's the goal, right? That's always the goal, just make it sound better. Made some good progress. I'm gonna take a break, and probably the next time I see you, I will have a fresh new haircut again. Yeah, I got a clean new cut now, and it feels amazing. It feels so freaking good. But yeah, I've just been sitting here mixing this. I go and I listen to, the music that I love, and I compare it to my music, and I always get the feeling of, like, this song is just it's just a dumb beat, It's nothing insane, it's nothing crazy, it's nothing groundbreaking. And I just think negatively about what I made because I'm comparing it to music that I listen to that I feel like, is just more creative and experimental. And I've made music that I feel like is more in that realm too, just more experimental, more creative. But that doesn't mean that the beat that I made right here is bad. This is what it is, It's a groovy, vibey beat, and somebody may like it. I like it too. I'm just the one that created it, and I'm always gonna judge myself. But I do like this beat, and it doesn't need to be like a groundbreaking, crazy, insane thing. I made it all with Operator. That's just something I was thinking about, going to the store, listening to music, just kind of being like, this beat really isn't that amazing. But no, man. It is amazing. It's the best beat ever. This is the best piece of music that anyone has ever made ever. This is the best piece of music ever. Okay, maybe not that, but it's pretty good. And I had fun making it. And I used one synth to make it all. Which I know I'm not the first person to ever do that, but come on, man. It's pretty impressive, right? I used one synth and I made all these sounds from scratch. Now, after saying that, alright, I'm gonna be naughty. I'm gonna cheat. I'm sorry. I'm gonna use one single thing that's not Operator, and that is sampling my voice. But I promise I'm not gonna use any other instrument, just my voice and Operator. That's it.
Beautiful. That was truly beautiful.
I'm gonna take small chops of the vocal. Yeah, okay, I'm fucking with this more and more now. Especially adding that vocal chop in. I think that was a cool addition to the beat. Okay, I've got a brief bit of time before I go to work. I can sit here, do a little bit of work, and then go to work. I think the easiest place to start right now is I'm gonna make a whooshy transition sound in Operator. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. sounds insanely cluttered, but maybe mixing it will help.
Alright, already the show goes on, alright.
Okay, I'm sitting down again with this beat after a few sessions of trying to work on it, kind of just second guessing things, feeling like it's not that good, it's not hitting hard enough, it's not sounding the way that I wanted it to, and yeah, I just wasn't really feeling this beat anymore. But I sat down this evening and I started beefing things up a little bit, going back through my sounds and just adding more OTT, some overdrive, just stuff to beef up these sounds so they sound fuller. Now I feel like I'm actually making a bit of progress. I don't know, maybe it'll still sound shit in the end, but we're gonna give it our best effort. That's all we can do. I'm not gonna give up, and that's that. Okay, we have reached the finish line, finally. After probably 10 to 12 hours of working on this beat and then editing down the footage, trying to make it into an actual watchable video, we finally have something on our hands. I will play the final beat. You can be the judge of whether it's good or not. I'm proud of myself. I actually got this beat to be loud enough and actually have some, punch to it. I hope you enjoyed following me through this process. Feel free to check out my Patreon, link in the description, where you can listen to this beat for free, or if you would like to download the WAV file and project stems, you can support me with a few dollars a month there. Without further ado, I'm signing off. Let's listen to this.